There are 5 reasons right now why so many broker owners are moving their entire brokerages over to eXp Realty, and today we're going to break down exactly what those reasons are. To my broker owner friends out there, I was a broker owner. This is my 8th year with eXp Realty, and I really want to do the best job I can today just to break down some of the reasons why, first of all, why broker owners are becoming independent like that, wanting to start their own firm, and why a lot of them are seeing some of the challenges with that moving over to eXp. I am John Foster. I help realtors and team leaders scale to become #1 in their marketplaces. Let's talk about the 5 reasons that most broker owners are making the shift into eXp Realty. Reason number 1, there's a lot going on right now with liability, and it's always been there. It always will be. This video is not about the NAR commission lawsuits or any of the environment around that topic that we're dealing with. That will pass. Okay, we're all going to get beyond that. Will there be changes to the industry? That remains to be seen. That's not what this video is about. But liability on the broker owner as the broker of record has always been significant, and it's always been present. So that's really reason number 1 why so many broker owners are wanting to remove themselves personally from that liability and shift that liability to a large corporate entity with a large legal structure behind it, such as eXp Realty. And I just have to say this, you guys, because there's a lot of reasons, and I'll speak for myself, a lot of reasons why I was excited to become a broker owner. And we can talk about some of that a little bit, but it's growth, independence, more control, whether it be the accounting side, you're innovative, you're an entrepreneur, you want to get out there and do your own thing. One thing I've never heard a broker owner say, and I mean, never say never, maybe somebody will tell me this, but I've never heard a broker owner say, one of the reasons I want to be off on my own is to take on more liability. Like, that's not how it works. We want to remove ourselves from that. But I mean, just to be honest with any broker owner out there, there's a high level of exposure risk-wise right now like I've never seen before. So that's reason number 1. So reason number 2 is big, and it is increasing revenue. Every broker owner out there that I have ever met has a P&L, and it's not gross profit. We're always looking at what is the net profit. And it has gotten harder and harder and harder over the years. We've all seen the evolution of the real estate industry where you had the brokerages from the 70s and 80s that were 50-50, and then Century 21 came out and really kind of shook the model up, 70-30 to the agent. A lot of agents went to Century 21. Then you had the Keller Williams and the RE/MAX models, really RE/MAX first, starting to give a higher split to the agent. Then you had Keller Williams come out with a capping model. And so it's, these models have shaken the industry up over time. Now you've got eXp Realty amongst other brands out there that are cloud-based and really making it extremely lucrative for the agent, especially with the stock awards, the Icon Award, revenue share, and other ways to earn income within the model that's just putting a lot of downward pressure on brokers. And there's some brokers that do have teams as a broker owner. It's not very common, but it is out there. It's typically the broker of record, and you've got agents on the roster. And these agents are typically asking for a higher split from the broker owner, or they're just simply leaving. And what you're dealing with right now as a huge challenge in your model is attrition. It's almost as if you've got water coming into your boat, and as fast as you're bailing it out, but adding new agents, you're losing it just as fast. And it's a revolving door. And I've been in your shoes. If you're watching this video, believe me, that's why I'm saying all this. I speak from experience. It can become exhausting and stressful, and you're watching that P&L and that net profit is just becoming tighter and tighter and tighter, where you're starting to questioning, I had all these big goals and big dreams. I've put a lot of my own personal money in this. Some of you have mortgaged your homes to build this, right? And it's like, what have I done? Have I made the right decision? So you haven't made a bad decision, but I just want to talk about what's going on with the industry right now and some real ways that you can get around that. So going back to profitability, bringing your group of agents over to eXp Realty is going to allow you to earn a revenue share on a piece of all of the business that your agents on your team produce. Reason number 3 is retention of your agents. So we just talked about that a little bit with profitability, but retention is a big issue for broker owners right now. It's a big issue for teams as well. A well-run team, though, it's all going to be value. It's going to be proportional to the value you're providing. One of the things about the model with eXp Realty that is got built-in retention that's going to keep your agents with you is the fact that they're earning revenue share on any other agent they've also attracted to the model, which helps them, helps you, helps the company, helps the stock price. It's a win-win for everybody. And they like that. They don't want to leave that. There's nothing else out there that is pulling them or attracting them away from this model to go do something different. So it creates a lot of stickiness there. Also, if they have enrolled in the stock purchase plan, they're excited about that. You know, it's the stock market. Does it go up and down? Absolutely. It always will. But, you know, if we kind of look at the future of real estate and some of the companies out there that are really revolutionizing this, eXp Realty is the forefront, right? And I do believe the stock has a lot of upside potential. And I think the agents that I've seen that are building up a little bit of a stock portfolio just by selling real estate, doing the things that they do every day, they're excited. They don't want to leave that. So that's a big reason why. Reason number 4, this is huge. The collaboration for continued growth. Some of the brightest minds, whether it be large team leaders or former broker owners that have come into this model. We've got mastermind groups that are openly sharing ideas for growth, for innovation, for increasing unit production, increasing volume. eXp's got an amazing luxury brand out there for any of you luxury brokers that are looking at maybe making some changes. The luxury branding is second to none. It's absolutely incredible, allowing a lot of our agents to go out there and get beautiful luxury listings and market them and compete with any of the big real estate brands out there. So just that collaboration environment. And again, speaking for myself, I can just remember feeling very much alone. You know, Leslie and I were running our own brokerage. Yes, we had, you know, staff members and we had a team. And, you know, we had each other, but ultimately the collaboration piece for me was really, really missing. And when I look back on closing that brokerage down, coming over to eXp Realty 8 years ago, I can truly say I've never looked back. I mean, nothing bad has happened in my business. In fact, my business has done nothing but grown. And I definitely attribute a lot of that to the collaboration at this amazing company. Reason number 5, this is huge. So you're a broker owner. You probably have a physical office space, at least most broker owners do. That physical office space is located in a certain city. You are recruiting agents. Typically what I see, and are there exceptions? Absolutely. Typically what I see is the broker owner's roster of agents is around a 15-mile radius. Maybe it's 5 miles, maybe it's 50 miles, but you guys get the point. There is a geographical limitation on who's going to join your office, and it's just based on your physical location. So one of the things I love about eXp Realty, there are no geographic limitations, because here's why do I say that? What are broker owners' business models tell them to do to increase their production, increase their agent count? Well, if they're limited to a geographic radius, there's only so many agents they can bring into that brokerage, okay? eXp Realty operates in all 50 states and in over 24 countries. So what I love about that model, you've got a brand. If you're a broker owner, you're a leader. You've got systems, you've got training, you've got support. You have so much to offer an agent in another state. You will be an attraction magnet just like you are now, but think bigger. Think in multiple states and other countries. What you're doing now is duplicatable within the eXp Realty model without any geographic boundaries. So that's a super, super exciting thing. So there is a brand new incentive program specifically designed to attract broker owners to eXp Realty that the company has just rolled out because they recognize the huge demand for broker owners to have some sort of a transition plan and some incentives to move over. So I'm going to go through what that is real quick. We're actually going to put a link to this document in the comments below so you can download the document. And it is called eXp Realty's Boost Program. And it's eXp Realty's brokerage incentive program for culturally aligned independent brokerages. So what it is the Boost Program is designed to financially incentivize qualifying independent brokerages, empowering them to achieve unparalleled success with eXp Realty. To ease any potential financial barriers to entry, Boost provides an incentive model that simplifies a move to eXp Realty. Once onboarded, the new brokerage can immediately begin reaping the benefits of joining eXp Realty, including stock, equity, no overhead costs, no brokerage risk or liability, brokerage support and operations, agent support and services, revenue share opportunities, and so much more. So this is a really, really big deal where eXp Realty is providing financial incentives to move your brokerage over. And there's going to be more details on that. If you can book a call with me, I can get you a lot more details about how that works. The qualifying criteria for brokerages is more than 50 agents and a minimum of 100 million in sales volume over the previous 12-month fiscal period. Must be culturally aligned with and committed to adhering to the eXp Realty model. must be invested in their continued growth with eXp Realty, must participate in the eXp Realty revenue share and agent equity programs. Lastly, the agent must agree to incentive and retention terms and timelines. So again, we're going to drop a link to this in the comments below so you can download the document about Boost. But super, super excited that the corporate side of eXp Realty is going to not only assist you financially in moving your brokerage over to the company, but they're going to help you with a transition plan for you and your whole team to make a smooth transition into the company. So super, super excited. Okay, if you're anything like me, you're going to have questions about, well, how does it work? You know, am I having a brokerage within a brokerage? You know, that term does fly around, but the reality is the structure is going to be a team. Now, I don't want you to be alarmed about that structure, because here's the way it works. If you bring, let's say, 50 agents over from your group, okay? Right now, they're independent agents within your brokerage. The team structure, and I'm just gonna go through this really quick. We're gonna link this document down below as well. If it is a standard team, each team member, so if you bring a team of 50 over, each team member can operate independently, but it doesn't have to report to you directly. You don't have to have team meetings. Now, you certainly can. The best way to really kind of strategize with this is I'd love for you to book a call with me and we'll talk about how I've structured my team. But the agents that you bring over can elect to either fall under a team cap, which is a half cap. Instead of 16,000, it's going to be 8. Or if you are a mega icon team, which I'll tell you real quick, that's what my team is here in Castro Valley, California. We're a mega icon team, and our team members only pay a 4,000 cap to eXp. So they love that. They're excited about that. It's a great incentive to be a part of it. A mega icon team is anybody who can document a minimum of 40 million in volume and 175 closed transactions in the prior 12 months. There's also a minimum of at least 10 team members. Of those 10, they all would have capped with eXp Realty within the last 12 months. So that's just a little bit of a breakdown of the types of structures you can have. But essentially what I'm trying to say is you could bring your entire group of 50 over. They could all be independent to the company in the sense that it's an 80-20 split, just like the company has for everybody. They pay a $16,000 cap. You're not a team. You're not providing leads. You know, it's just you guys are all kind of operating independently. You will earn revenue share on that entire group. They will also have the ability to attract agents and also earn revenue share, but you can structure it as a team as well. So that's more of a conversation. Book a call with me, click the link below. I'll talk you through it. It's not complicated, I promise. And it's just, really whatever works best for you and your group. If you like some of the content that I'm sharing today, I would be thrilled and grateful if you would like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Now, what I want to talk about real quick is if you are a broker owner really thinking about eXp Realty and your current brokerage, you do not have a team structure, I would really love to speak with you about that. And why do I say that? Because here's what I know is if you're open-minded to moving to eXp Realty and taking the agents that you have now, and I'm pretty sure that if we get a chance to talk, some of the ideas that I can share with you about getting your agents excited is they're going to be excited, and I'll explain why. So a team structure for them is going to allow them a lot of benefits and things that they maybe didn't have the opportunity to dream about before with not just your brokerage, really any independent brokerage. It's going to allow them to expand their business, really have ownership in a company, and feel like every day that they show up to work, they're building something long-term for their future. And for you as the broker owner, what I really want to say to you here is you can increase your profitability. Many of you that are watching this video right now, like I spoke about a little bit earlier, have watched your net profits erode lower and lower and lower on the percentage rate year after year. And it is discouraging. And I think getting into a team model, that's something that you can work within the eXp as well, where you bring over that team side of your business. The agents that are purely on your roster can still follow you, still work independently with eXp Realty. Hopefully that makes sense. The next thing I want to talk about is your brand. So I know broker owners and the way they think because that's who I was. That's where I came from. And the brand was critical to me. Leslie and I actually built our brand. Keep in mind, this was 2008. Our brand was built around default servicing. So you don't hear that too much anymore, but we built a website all around default servicing and working with asset management companies and our success in negotiating cash for keys. And all these different things, and the team that we had built around that, what would be my number one concern be? Well, geez, you want me to take this brand that I've worked so hard and tirelessly to build and move over to eXp Realty? I can't do that. Well, here's the beauty of eXp Realty. In the United States here, every state has their own Department of Real Estate. All eXp Realty says is operate within those guidelines. So they're not making you change your brand. Now, might it need to say brokered by eXp Realty? Sure, again, whatever your state requires. There's some states that require size of the logo to match your brand logo. Not every state. In California, we have to do that. And in my opinion, it's great. eXp is a strong brand here. Last I checked, there's over like 15,000 agents just in California. It's a household name. So that's the thing that I really want to convey is the brand that you've worked so hard to create does not need to change. In fact, you shouldn't change it. It works. I believe it's working for you. You've put a lot of effort into it. You've got clients that are approaching your company, going to your website. So that's a big deal, is that you don't have to change your branding. So that's something I wanted to point out as well. So in closing today, I just want to mention that what has been really helpful for many broker owners that have moved over to eXp Realty is to do a side-by-side financial comparison. And it's all done in confidence. It's basically, there's some information we're going to take from the potential prospective broker owner that's interested in doing an exploratory call about joining eXp Realty with their brokerage. And what we will do is we will prepare literally a side-by-side comparison of all your financials at your current brokerage, what that would look like to move over to eXp Realty. If your brokerage does qualify for the Boost program, and again, we're going to link that document down below for you to take a look at what the qualifications are, that will be factored into the side-by-side proposal comparison as well. And I would encourage you to do this. Take a look at the numbers. I think you might be very surprised when you factor in some of the Boost incentives, the revenue share. The stock is the stock. I mean, we can't make stock market predictions, but that is part of the reason why a lot of broker owners do get very excited about it. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video today. I hope that some of the things I said as myself being a former broker owner resonated with you. More than anything, I would love to hear your story. I'd love for you to book a call with me that's private and confidential to hear where you're at in your business, what some of your challenges are, and more importantly, where do you want to take your company in the future? I would love to hear from you. Book a call with me below, and thanks again for watching.